Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is May the 29th, 2023. It's Memorial Day. Following this video, another video will start right after this, and I'm going to show you what I actually mow. I'm just going to take you a trip around our property, and I hope it's not going to be too boring for you. And since I do not have a lawn care business, my yard is probably going to be all you're going to see this bad boy 42-inch Rambler mow. Because, you know, this is all I have, and I'm not going to be taking this out to some field and mowing it. I'm just not going to do that because, you know, I don't even have a trailer yet. I do plan on getting one, but I'm also fortunate enough to have a couple of friends that if I need to use their trailer, I can use it. And it will fit my bad boy 42-inch Rambler on it. But one of the reasons, or the main reason that I made this next video that you'll be seeing is I bought a camera holder. And it's it has this cord. And at the end of it, it's this triangular shape piece of plastic that's got 3 super strong magnets on it. Then you stick that underneath your shirt. Then it has another triangle shaped piece that has a like a tripod connection that you screw it onto your camera. Then you put that up on your next to your chest, and it'll stick to that other magnet through your shirt, and that booger's on there. It won't fall off. So I was wanting to test that out, and I'm gonna have to do some more adjustments to it. The first couple of minutes you don't get to see much, but I'll be driving around with that Rambler and gonna show you the property. Then I'll grab it by hand, then so you can get a better view. In one of my earlier videos, I was talking about a type of weed called khaki weed. And I was saying how hard that stuff is to kill, and well, it is. I mean, that's no exaggeration there. That stuff is tough. Well, right now, it hasn't showed itself. But I've had this stuff for several years, you know, had to fight it for several years. And generally, from what I can remember, it will start showing itself about now. But definitely by June. Somewhere in June, it will definitely be showing itself. The seeds that it makes will come out, I'm going to say mid-June to early July, maybe. And you've got to kill it. You've got to kill it. You really don't want to let those seeds come up. Well, I've got some stuff from Tractor Supply. The brand name is Compare in Save. And it's 41% glyphosate, got suffragant in it. But generally I'll add just a little bit of Dawn dishwashing soap to it to make it even stick to the leaves better. And I got that little bit of information from a weed killing place that they said add to it, and it will help kill that khaki weed even better. Okay, but I've got a blowtorch. Yes, it's about 2.5 maybe 3 feet long. It's a big torch that I got from Harbor Freight. It wasn't too bad. It's like 35 bucks, and you can attach it to like a propane bottle that goes on your barbecue grill. Then you just kind of carry that around the yard, and then you just zap it with that flame. Well, I used it just a little bit a couple years ago, and boy, that booger does work. But I got lazy on it, and that khaki weed started coming out again, and I just said, "Oh, the heck with it," that one year, and that was a bad mistake. That stuff, that khaki weed's some bad stuff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I was going to be able to mow today. I was hoping I was going to be able to. Yesterday, it came a poop floater. It really rained. Man, there was water standing out in our backyard, and that doesn't happen too often. You really got to have a good rain for it to do that. So our ground is fairly saturated, so I'm not going to get out and mow today. Probably going to wait another 2 or 3 days, and if I can get that camera holder to work, I can mow even when my wife's at work, and I won't need her to carry the camera for me. Then I can do it myself. But I'm gonna need some more practice with that thing to get it to work right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that ought to do it. And thank you very much. And I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day. Y'all take care. Bye. Okay, I was able to get the lawnmower out of the storage building without tearing it up. I don't know if you can hear me because I've got the motor running or the engine running, and it may be too noisy, but I've got to try it out just to see. So I have it on lowest speed for the engine RPMs. I'll try it with full speed ahead here in a few minutes. But I'm just going to drive around. I'm not going to engage the blades. I'm just going to roll it around and test it. I don't think it's showing very well. It looks like it's pointing up too high. I'll make an adjustment. But the grass looks dry. I'm out here in the alley now. It's not too tall. It's due for a mowing. I was planning on mowing tomorrow. They're calling for more rain. And my brother-in-law and sister are moving to a new home, and they're going to want to borrow my truck, and they may want to borrow some of my manual labor too. So I don't know, but Monday is Memorial Day, and if we don't get it tomorrow, we might try to do it Memorial Day, which will be Monday, and the grass will be mucho taller. But we've been getting a lot of rain virtually every day. Not a whole lot, but enough to give the grass a good watering. Or the weeds, that is. It's more weeds than it is grass. But we'll see. Let's keep going. It's kind of hard to tell, but the grass looks to be, or some of the weed looks to be about 4 or 5 inches tall. Not, nothing bad right now. I'm holding it kind of by hand, kind of guided around with the camera, that is, and just so you can kind of see what the yard looks like today, which is Friday. But we'll see. I keep saying that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll angle it. Here, I angle it down a little bit. I bought this big satellite dish back in 1984, and it was pretty expensive back then, because I was wanted to see them closed circuit fights and all that other stuff. But that thing was a lot of fun back whenever the big C-band dishes were the rage. You'll see that little concrete block there. That's a gravestone. That's for our beloved hound dog who died 2020 maybe. Yeah, died May the 29th, 2020. And we put it under the satellite dish because that's where he's buried. Because this is where he spent a lot of his time just guarding his property. He was a good old hound dog. Him and my wife were wired together. He was a good hound dog. We sure miss him, but he lived to be almost 11 within a few weeks of being 11 years old. We would get another one, but we're going to have to get a fence for the backyard, because I don't want him. I want him to be contained, at least stay within a fenced area. And if you buy one from a humane society, I was told that may be a requirement. Okay, enough of that. Now let's keep going. Definitely going to have to get out and do some trimming on that bush there. Man, them things grow about as tall as a tree. But it provides a lot of shade for the house. And, there's something behind our air conditioner. I don't remember seeing that. Better get that thing cut down. Imagine what you see whenever you get out and look around your property. Yeah, I need to do that more often. This is the part I dread the most. This is the drainage ditch. I got to be real careful. Because I don't want to tip the lawnmower over and that thing. It doesn't have much of an incline, but for someone that's 70 years old and not well coordinated, I want to be very careful. Because if this lawnmower were to fall over on me, I doubt if I could get it off of it. Generally, I will mow all the way just about to the side of that clothesline over there on the left side. And even though that's a little bit on their property, the neighbors never have minded if I mow a little bit of their line. Then I mow all the way out to the alley, and I mow all the alley. Sometimes there's a neighbor across the alley. He has a zero turn, and he'll get out there and mow it too. So we keep that generally looking pretty well. There was a tower in our backyard. This was before Julie and I got married. And I had a 3 kilowatt wind generator, and that booger went up about 55 feet. It was a 3 kilowatt utility interface wind generator, and it run good. I finally got tired of messing with it, so I sold it. Then somebody come over and took the tower from me to get it off my hands, and but let that ugly piece. I need to find someone that'll come over with a tool or welder or something, to cut torch to kind of get that cut off. That goes 8 feet down in the ground. It's in concrete too, so it's in there very good. And out there in the yard, you'll see kind of that bald spot. That's where one of the guy wires went, and over there is where another guy wire went. Then that was a guy wire connector too, and then there's one by our back porch, so I had 4 of them. Yeah, I messed up on that thing too. I thought I knew more than the people that made the wind generators. They kept telling me, you need to get you one of those 60-foot layover towers. Well, I thought I knew more than they did, and I built my own. And it was a piece of junk, but it worked for a while. But I decided to sell it and get that thing out of there. Now, over here, this is my neighbor's property, and all these are storage. The guy that used to own it passed away last year, and he's one of the best friends I ever had. Whatever help you needed, he would, you need to borrow his lawnmower, he would loan it to you, or his son would mow it. Well, his son now runs his business. It's a medical equipment, sterilizers and some other stuff. And my wife worked for him for a few years, and she said he was the best boss that she ever had. And he took care of her, and he paid her pretty well, and but she did a lot of work for him. And she did a lot of weed eating. I mowed his lawn a few times. He wanted me to mow it all the time, but that was back when I had that John Deere. But he had a John Deere, and he said, use my tractor. Then I'll pay each time you mow it. And I said, John, that's mowing mine is about all I can handle, but if you're ever in a pinch, I'll mow it for you. He said, well, I'll pay you. I said, no, you won't. I said, I'll mow it for free because you've done so much for me. I was not going to let him pay for it. But he owns that trailer, that, and that house across the street over there. but his son runs a business now, and he's got a helper. He's a good guy too, named Orlando, and good people. And I've always been fortunate to have pretty good neighbors. Most of the neighbors, I have no idea who they are, don't know their names, but that's okay. I don't care. Well, let's keep going. When I mow right up next to these trees. Sometimes I'll mow around them, and then I'll mow all the way up as close to that fence as I can get, then all the way out there to the street. It's about 3/4 to 2/3 of an acre. I'm not sure the exact amount, but I generally do it if I will get out here and not BS around and mow. I can do it in about 45 minutes, but I got to get with it. Then my wife always does the weed trimming, so thank goodness for that. Then we can do it all in about 45 minutes, and it's fun. You know, I enjoy doing it. Kind of gets me out of the house a little bit, and kind of get a little exercise. Yeah, kind of get a view of how much I have to mow. Okay, let's keep going. Well, let me crank the RPMs up and see if you can still hear me. I got it about half throttle. There's a lot of trees around here on this park. I have to watch out for twigs. A lot of small limbs. Because I know this lawnmower is meant to cut grass, not twigs or small tree limbs. It's made for grass. And I'm doing my best to make sure I don't hit any of those. I go around them or I'll move them out of the way, but I do my best not to hit them. That drainage ditch, that's the only thing I really dread mowing. But I just have, like I said, I just have to be careful. Okay, I think that's probably enough. We will test this out, see how well it works. And people probably drive by and see me with this camera here going, what the heck's that crazy son of a gun doing? Uh-oh, there's a squirrel. Oh, there he goes. We got a lot of them. I had them up my attic, but I had to put one of those side vents there. I got it to where they can't get in anymore. see if I can get this thing in the storage building without crashing it. Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Can I do it? Can I do it? Done it. Another safe entry. I don't have to call bad boy Josh and say, Josh, I tore the tractor up. Tom, what in the heck did you do? Oh, I just crashed into the storage building trying to get it inside. Well, Tom, that ain't no good. Yeah, I know it. Oh, well. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is probably a boring video. You see that right there? That is a neon sign for the Honda Flat 6 Valkyrie that came out in 1998. And there was only like 600 of those made. Well, there's a power supply in the back. You can't see it from here, but that went out, and so all the tubes are fine. You just that power supply in the back that went out. There's only like 600 of those ever made. And I remember where I bought my Valkyrie from. I bought a new, and when we found out that I had one of those, they said, hell, we didn't even get one of those. I said, well, I got one, but I could sell that. I don't know for how much, but it'd be several $100. But shipping something like that, you know, you put fragile on a box for FedEx, then all that is just a target to see how much they can sling it around. But I could tell you a story about it, but I'm not going to. It takes too much time. But yeah, I need to get rid of that. I sold my Valkyrie last year, and I hated selling it, but man, I'm not going to ride anymore. 7 years old, my coordination ain't very good. There's some, see some windshield back there I had for it, but I got the factory windshield on it when I sold it. And, I got some reload equipment. I used to do a lot of reloading. There's a paste tumbler, and I got all kinds of junk in here. But anyway, it's my junk, and I had fun with a lot of that stuff while it was going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all take care. Bye.